Welcome back everyone. Today I thought we'd go in with a really simple sewing project just for people who are interested in sewing and want to start out. So this is what we're going to make. It's an eye pillow. I use my eye pillow for savasana, which is the end of yoga practice when you want to feel really grounded. It's a good thing if you're doing a lying down meditation to again add a little bit of weight. Mine is filled with lavender. So it's really relaxing in that way too, and I know it's pretty stressful out there, so I thought maybe this would be a nice thing for people to make. If you don't think you'll be using an eye pillow, you can also use the same thing as just a lavender bag to put into your wardrobe to keep things smelling nice and keep the moths away. So multifaceted all around. Okay, template. I've drawn it all out for you guys. So the template shows you the finished dimensions at the top, which is 9 centimeters by 21 centimeters. We're only going to use one piece of fabric that you fold in half. So to figure out how long that piece is, you would take the 9 centimeters and multiply it by 2, and then add your seam allowance on, which is 1.5 centimeters either side. So a total of 3 centimeters. So 9 times 2 is 18, plus 3 is 21. And for the length, the width, it is 21 centimeters, so I just add 3 to that, which gives me 24. And as you can see from the drawing at the bottom, I just want you to fold that in half with the right side of the fabric on the inside. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. So I have cut my piece of fabric. It is 24 centimeters on the width and 21 centimeters long. Now I just want you to take that fabric, and when I say fold it with the right side in, the top of the cover needs to be on the inside. So you're just going to fold it in half like that, and you're going to pin along the edge. So I'm just going to do that quickly. So there you go, 3 pins just holding everything in really nicely. So now I am going to set up my machine and show you how to sew it together. I've put my stitch guide using the base plate onto 1.5 centimeters, like the seam allowance that I added to everything. And now I'm really simply going to just sew all the way down this one side, doubling back at the top and at the bottom to lock it off. Make sure your stitch is on the right size, and off you go. Reverse back on myself a couple of stitches, and cut it off. So now if you take the pins out and you put it inside out, you will get the reveal on the really nice pattern on the inside. So it's just like a little sock. As such. So the next thing to do is I'm going to take one of the sides and I'm going to fold everything in so that I'm left with a normal seam allowance. And then I can remeasure on the inside just to make sure, yeah, that's looking good. So, with all of these spare bits, just tuck them in. And now what we're going to do is we're going to align the edge of the fabric right next to the edge of the foot. And I'm going to put what is known as a top stitch in. So you're just going to be binding the edge very close to where the actual seams are on the fabric, and just make sure everything's nicely aligned. And again, double back to start with and double back to finish. So there you go, we've got this really nice little top stitch that's holding the seam together, and I'm going to do the same on the other side once I've filled this. So I'm going to take my rice and my lavender, and I'm going to just mix them together so that they're nicely evenly distributed. Now I'm going to take my little paper funnel and put it into the eye mask, and I'm going to slowly pour, because there's quite a lot of it, this mixture into the eye mask. Alright, so that's nicely filled. And now what you need to do is take the top seam allowance, again that 1.5, and fold it in as such. So I haven't chosen to make it too overfilled because I like the idea that it should sort of sag and hang a little bit like that. But it is quite nicely filled and it'll sort of have a nice weight on your face, but you could fill it more if you want to, right? So let's put that under the machine and sew the other edge up. Right, before I sew, I'm just going to put one pin in the middle like that to hold onto the seams because it's got a bit of weight and I don't want it to fall out of the machine or the seams to pull apart. Like that. And now same thing, you're going to use the edge of the foot to guide the fabric, double back at the top and double back at the bottom to secure it. Pin out, give it a little trim, and you're done. So it's a nice squishy pillow, has a nice weight to it. It's got the two finished edges which are just top stitched and just holding everything together. You could put it in the microwave if you wanted it to be a little bit warm, and I think it's a really quite lovely thing to make. So if you want to try, please do. Thanks for sewing with me. See you soon.